Burn these niggas and commit third degree. I don't give a fuck what you think when you look at me out of front. I'm a star, I'm a sin, common G's. Wanna see my downfall when I win, you will sight. See. What they do, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the Summer Show where we let it get real comfortable with the uncomfortable. It is me, none other than your girl Summer. I'm here to motivate, guide, be a vessel in anybody's life simply by sharing my prior knowledge and experiences that I've had to face in order to educate the masses or anybody that could simply relate to me. So we about to get back with another amazing topic. I'm about to
really go there.
But if you have not hit that subscribe button, if you've been watching 30 seconds deep and have not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, what's really going on? Your girl not going to disappoint. So the topic that we're going to be getting into today is 10 signs that your friend ain't really your friend. And if you notice one of these 10 red flags in your friendship, it's best to start reevaluating and going about how am I going to cut this person loose, because it's going to be a matter of time before the relationship crashes, and not in a good way. We tend to give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt, like, oh my God, I've known this person so long. We have so much history together. They would never do me like that. But in reality, true colors are clear as day. They're right in your face sometimes. So you gotta be able to distinguish it. Whether it's jealousy, underlying hate, ulterior motives, whatever it is, there's a reason why this person is friends with you, but it's not because they're your friend, right? There's people in this world that every person individually in their life simply to fulfill a purpose for them, simply to meet one of their needs. Not because they actually care about you, not because they have your well-being at heart. So I'm just gonna show you guys all of these red flags, and you tell me which one did it for you. You tell me which one led you to cut that person off. Red flag number 1, they only hit you up to either ask for something or to get some information out of you that's going to benefit them. It's extremely lucrative to learn how to read in between the lines, especially when people hit you up. Pay attention to when they're hitting you up, why they're hitting you up. Pay attention to that phony conversation that you just had in order for a question to be the next thing following, right? People that call you to only share bad news with you, to only share the shortcomings in life, to only share what they're lacking, to only share what they could use right now. Friends you want to focus on are the ones that know how to reciprocate energy, the ones that call you to tell you about good news, the ones that call you to tell you why they're happy. Not the ones that call you and every single time they call you, it's a problem. Every single time they call you, they're short on something. Every single time they call you, it's going to be questions involved, right? That's not the friend that you want to focus on. If you can't help me, I can't help you. We're just in 2022. Red flag number 2, they always got somebody name in their mouth. They'll speak on everything and everybody every chance that they get. What makes you think that they're representing you when they walk into these rooms? What makes you think that they're standing behind your name? What makes your name so special? If somebody is speaking about everybody and their mama so poorly, always belittling somebody, they're talking down on you too, sis. They are talking down on you. And this is not somebody that you want to trust with your secret. Gossip is the main thing that's ruining friendships. Trust and believe that. When you ask yourself how your endeavor got into the ears of the next person, just ask yourself, who around you is always talking poorly about people? Who around you is always telling you somebody's business? Who around you is always telling you something that you have no business knowing? Watch them. As a matter of fact, cut them. Number 3, they do not respect your boundaries. And this one right here is so important because mutual respect is mandatory in friendships. You hear me? Mutual respect is mandatory in friendships. If you constantly have to voice your standards and what you will not tolerate as a person, what your energy will not tolerate, and you're constantly being pressured into doing the complete opposite, if you're always putting out what you value as a person and they ain't hearing you, it ain't gonna click. And that's just what it is. I don't have to keep on repeating myself. We are grown. You feel unheard, you feel disrespected, you feel tried. You have to constantly ask yourself, what will possess this person to even do me like that? Number 4, they put you down, but in a subliminal way. And that's really weird to me because if we friends and we homegirls, if I consider you my dog and you have an issue, then you should direct it to me. But if you have an issue and you're just sending out subliminal messages, you gotta pay very close attention to the backhanded compliments. You gotta pay very close attention to the jokes that aren't really jokes. A lot of this tends to come from a place of pain. They have deep-rooted insecurities and projecting their issues of being mistreated by others, but that doesn't make it okay for you to deal with that at all. And that's when it's just giving weird energy. Because if you're friends, like, we should just feel comfortable to talk about anything. If you have a problem with me, if you have a problem with something that I have going on, the way I present myself, like, you should make it known instead of just always being shady. You gotta pay attention to the people that's always being shady. Always gotta add something that just makes you feel tense for some reason. You shouldn't feel that way around your friend. Number 5, and this one right here, I really hope don't get past y'all heads because this one is so important. Do not like to clap for others. They don't want to see nobody doing better than them. They don't want to see the next better person than them. They don't want to see nobody making more money than them. These are all red flags. You got to watch out for those friends that you tell about your new endeavors. You tell about your excitement, like something that you just came up on. And they try to talk fear into it. They telling you all of the doubts, all of the negative connotations in that field. Instead of looking at what you're capable of. Instead of simply fixing their lips to say, congratulations, I'm happy for you. If you're telling somebody good news and you feel the energy go sideways, like the energy should be going up. If you're telling your people good news, I should want to see you eat just as much as me. Everybody wants you to do good until you start doing better than them. So the moment you succeeding in life, that's when you're going to really find out who genuinely cares about you, who's really been rocking with you. Number 6, they're using you as their emotional punching bag. I know we all got that one friend that's always asking you for your insight and your guidance on their toxic situation. And then you give them your advice, how you personally feel. And they never take the advice, but they always keep coming back with the same problem repeatedly, time and time again. The first time is cute, but then you just get fed up. Like, why do you continuously come back with the same issue if you're not going to resolve it? Like me, I'm a problem solver. You come to me with a problem, okay, here's the solution. So why are you continuously coming with the same sob story every week? I know we have all felt that same way before. Like, for example, someone could be in an abusive relationship and you tell them how to go about getting out of this relationship, but they keep going back to the same guy. They keep going back. You're always putting out your resources, trying to help them, helping them, always putting out the most positivity and love that you can, sending them all the vibrations, but they just won't accept it. They refuse and refuse and refuse. And eventually they'll paint you out to be like you're hating on their situation. So this is definitely a big red flag on a toxic person. If they won't accept your advice, just don't even talk to them about it anymore. Let it be that. We grown. And number 7 brings us to one-sided friendships. We hate one-sided friendships. Why is this friendship, this commitment between two people only revolving around you and your needs only? That's not okay. Before you take that long-ass trip for the person, ask yourself, would they ever take that long trip for you? Before you stick your neck out for somebody, ask yourself, when was the last time they ever stuck their neck out for you? When was the last time they celebrated you? When was the last time they supported you? When was the last time they showed up to your functions? Are you the only one showing up to all of the functions? Are you the only one bringing the biggest gift and the biggest cake? But you don't feel the love. You don't feel the love. Number 8, you feel very uncomfortable around this person. And that's a no-no right there. You should never go against what your energy is telling you, right? From the moment you hang out with somebody, you're going to learn everything you need to know about this person. You feel uncomfortable around them when you're hanging out and you tell yourself, like, I don't even want to do this again. Like, I should have just stayed home. Your social anxiety kicks in. You feel like your real personality can't even shine through. You feel like you can't even digest a conversation with this person. Every little thing they have a problem with, like, no. Your mind is telling you no. Your energy is telling you no. Your mental is telling you no. So they gotta go. Number 9, gaslighting. Gaslighting is so important because this is what gives somebody the power to manipulate you, exploit you, and abuse you. Gaslighters are the worst type of friends because they tend to make you feel like you're going crazy. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse where someone aims to make you question your own judgment. It might sound something like, you know I would never do that to you. How long we been friends? Come on now. Who's your best friend? Who you gonna believe? Are you serious? Well, maybe you need to get some help because that sounds crazy. Anytime that you press them about an issue, anytime that you say something that makes a lot of sense, they're going to try to convince you that it doesn't make any sense at all. This is a narcissistic gaslighter, and they need to get cut ASAP before it gets worse. And last but not least, number 10, you are always making excuses for them. Their bad behavior is clear as day. Everybody could see their true colors. A blind person could see it. But you tend to make justifications for their actions. That is extremely toxic. You see the signs, who actually know what people are talking about, but you feel bad, or you're always using their situation like, oh, they're just going through a lot right now. That doesn't make it okay. Everybody's going through something in life. Remember that. Everybody has a journey that they're fighting right now. One person's problems doesn't distinguish them from the whole world. I don't care who they are. That doesn't give a person the green light to just continuously jerk you around. So I'm pretty sure we're asking ourselves, what's next? Like, we see these red signs. How do I go about letting this friend know how I feel and telling them? Well, let's start by having an open conversation. If this is a friendship that we do not want to let go off it because we've been friends for so long, have so much history, blase, like, you're not ready to just see this friend go, have an open conversation. Let them know how you're feeling, and if they're vulnerable enough to actually see where you're coming from, then you might want to give them a chance to see if they could move things around and change things. But if nothing changes, if you're tired of repeating yourself, if you come to the point where you're teaching grown people how to treat you, then that's when the cutoff procedure needs to start. It could either be a breakup, you let them know straight up, like, I can't be friends with you anymore. This is not conducive to where I'm going in my life. You could let them know very blunt, or you could just distance yourself. The choice is yours. Either way, we do not have room for this type of behavior in our lives, and it will not be tolerated from any friendship. It don't matter. The things that you keep on allowing in life continuously is what's gonna keep on growing. If you don't put a stop to it, if you don't make your boundaries very clear, then it's gonna keep going on. You're gonna continuously tell grown people how to treat you, and that's not okay. That is it for today, y'all. I hope this video was really informative to somebody. Be sure to like and subscribe to your girl. Let me know how you feeling in the comment section. Till next time on the Summer Show.
Burn these niggas and commit third degree. I don't give a fuck what you think when you look at me out of front. I'm a star, I'm a sin, common G's. Wanna see my downfall when I win, you will sight. See